Christmas, Mike.
Merry Christmas, Emilia.
Ooh, do you have some eggnog today?
No eggnog, just milk and a little bit of chocolate.
Well, that's perfect because I brought cookies.
We're replacing coffee and donuts
with cookies and milk
to bring you a very special Christmas episode.
Do you remember Father Anthony, who we interviewed in episode 1?
Of course.
Well, he's now co-pastor down at St. Mary of the Nativity in Scituate. He and Father Matt Conley have been truly decking the halls. But don't worry, the baby isn't part of the decorations. That's Father Matt's godson.
On Sunday, December 13th, Bambinelli Sunday, Bishop Reed blessed the life-size nativity scene at the Watertown Catholic Collaborative. It's Bishop Reed's hope that all who view the scene will be reminded of the hope that the birth of Christ brings, especially this year when we need it so much.
What's Bambinelli Sunday?
It's the Sunday when families bring the baby Jesus from their nativity scenes to be blessed. It's actually this really cool tradition. St. John Paul II started it during his papacy. He invited the children of Rome to bring their little Jesus figurines to St. Peter's Square on the third Sunday of Advent for a blessing. And it's just taken on a life of its own.
Aw, that's so awesome.
Right?
Many of us were missing the brass and woodwind instruments at Christmas Mass this year. Ryan from St. Bartholomew's in Needham gave the parish a little online performance so they wouldn't have to go completely without.
New Road's Catholic community in Belmont packaged up Christmas Eve kits for their parishioners. Complete with candles, crafts, and fun surprises, the kit will help make this Christmas Eve one to remember.
Holy Family Parish in Duxbury sponsored a tree at the Festival of Trees held at the Pilgrim Church. They had parishioners make homemade ornaments representing what is bringing them joy and light during the 2020 Christmas season.
Now, this next story isn't Christmas per se, but Our Lady was integral in Christmas, so it seems all right. On December 12th, parishes and families around the diocese celebrated the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe.
A number of parishes had traditional mañanitas, where they sing songs to Our Lady late in the night. There were some parishes that had mariachi bands.
And of course, people brought roses to Our Lady.
Like the Hispanic community, we all have our traditions.
Especially when it comes to food at Christmas.
So we asked you to share some of your food traditions around the holidays and their meanings.
And here's what you all had to say.
We celebrate on Christmas Eve night, which we call Vigilia, and that's when we usually have our dinner and we have our presents. Typically, the meal doesn't start until the first star is visible in the sky. Before the meal, we have a thing called opłatek, which is a Eucharistic-like cracker with religious images that are typically printed on it. And each person at the dinner table has a piece of it, and you walk over to each person, break a piece off of theirs, and you give them wishes for their health and well-being. For the meals, traditionally there's no meat, only fish. Allegedly, the tradition comes from the idea that the animals were in the manger with Jesus. Traditional meals are usually barsht, which is a beet soup, and it'll typically be served with ushki, which are little Polish dumplings. They're similar to pierogis.
Midnight, Christmas Eve, we will put our shoe or the children's shoes on a chimney for the arrival of a little token that baby Jesus will bring. And then we will go to church at midnight mass, where everybody will gather there for the celebration. And at the end of mass, we'll go over to kiss the baby Jesus and come home for for a sharing of the meal with family and friends. People will do basic sweets like sweet bread or biscuits to share throughout the day. So basically, tradition was very simple but very happy times.
One of my favorite Filipino cultural Christmas traditions, and probably the best dish, in my opinion, that the Philippines has produced is a dish called kare-kare. As you can see, I've got a nice dish here with the oxtail, with that peanut butter deliciousness, some nice string beans in here. There's probably some eggplant as well. But as you can see, the meat just comes right off the bone. And then you just take it and you serve it over some rice. Ooh, look at that sizzle. And that is kare-kare.
Now, my family's ethnic origin is Sri Lanka, which is that small island nation just south of India. And there are a lot of fun Sri Lankan Christmas traditions, but probably my favorite and the tastiest is the famous Sri Lankan Christmas cake. Now, the Sri Lankan Christmas cake is very similar to fruitcake in its concept, but instead of having the candied fruit chunks in the cake, you take those fruit chunks and you finely mince them up and you spread them evenly throughout the batter so that you get a nice, consistent, rich flavor in every bite. It's amazing. I absolutely love it. I can't wait until I can get back home and be able to enjoy just a small taste of Sri Lankan culture at Christmas.
We came from Saigon, Vietnam. We are active members of the first Vietnamese parish in our diocese of Boston.
We'd like to share with you two of the Vietnamese special dishes. First, the Vietnamese egg roll or chả giò. The filling is made up with shrimp, wild pork, carrot, bean thread, and mushroom. The egg roll will look like this and yet ready to be deep fried. Egg roll become crunchy and delicious, and is even more delicious when you eat with lettuce and fish sauce. Next is the Vietnamese chicken salad or gỏi gà, which is very tasty and healthy dish. Shredded chicken is mixed with cabbage, onion, and mint, and when it's done, it looks very colorful. We really love chả giò and gỏi gà.
On Christmas Eve, in Lithuanian tradition, there's an extra place setting for our deceased loved ones because we have a continual bond with our deceased loved ones.
First of all, it's very hot. It's summertime there. We dress up nicely, we go to mass, and then usually we gather at a family member's house where there is a beautiful table with a lot of food. We have turkey on Christmas. We wait until midnight hits. Midnight and Christmas Eve is the big deal. We wait until midnight. When midnight hits, everybody just screams, "Merry Christmas!" And then we hug each other, and people can go to the streets. We can hear a lot of fireworks. Oh man, a lot of fireworks.
And now, Emilia, I have a real treat for you.
Oh boy, why am I nervous?
Don't be nervous. Do you like cheesecake?
I mean, I do.
Then you're going to love this. Today we're going to be making espresso cheesecake. And we're going to start with the crust. Just grab some of these here. And then once you've got a sufficient number of sandwich crackers in your bag, you're going to get about a half a stick of butter. All right, grease the inside of a springform pan, and then you're going to take the rest of that butter and we're going to melt it. So add your butter to a bowl, dump in all of your crushed up cookies, And then we're just gonna mix it together. So now we're gonna add these crumbly, buttery cookie bits to the bottom of a 9-inch springform pan. Now, if you're like me and you were a little overzealous, you're gonna have a little bit left over. This is great, just give it to the kids. And now we're gonna take our crust, we're gonna put it in the fridge, and we're gonna let it chill out for a little bit while we prepare our filling. So in order to make this cheesecake, you're gonna need a cup of sugar, about 4 teaspoons of some sort of instant espresso. You're gonna want some vanilla extract. You're also gonna want some sort of coffee liqueur, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Then you're gonna want 4 packages of cream cheese. Don't skimp on the cream cheese, it's a cheesecake. And then of course, 4 eggs. So we're gonna start off, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're getting a nice little coffee syrup here. So then we're gonna add our second 1.5 ounces into our mixture. And there you go. So now we have 32 ounces of cream cheese in a stand mixer. And we're gonna begin to stir it, and maybe we'll go up to 2. We're gonna add our sugar, our beautiful extract, and get it stirring again. And after a couple minutes, you're gonna get something that looks something like this. We're gonna add these one at a time, and after each egg, we're gonna beat it just until it's incorporated on a medium speed. Our pie crust has come out of the fridge magically. Go ahead and pour that in. And it will settle a little bit in the oven, so it doesn't need to be perfectly flat, but we're looking to get a relatively smooth surface on top of this cheesecake. Now, we're putting it into an oven that has not been preheated. Cheesecake doesn't like rapid changes in temperature. So we're gonna close this oven up with our water bath underneath our cheesecake, and we're gonna put it on at 325. And we're gonna leave that for about 55 minutes after the oven comes to temp. All right, so your alarm's gone off. The cheesecake is done. It's time to shut off the oven. And now we're gonna take it out and show off to everyone in our family, right? Wrong, don't do that. Turn off the oven, we're gonna crack it just a little bit. And we're gonna leave it cracked just like that. And we're gonna exercise some discipline for the next 3 hours. At that point, we were able to take it out, put it into the fridge, and we left it there overnight. So it's the next day. That's why I'm wearing different clothes, and we're ready to take the band off the outside of our springform pans. It has separated nicely. To try and make this look a little better, we're gonna use a classic cooking technique called misdirection. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a ganache. You need equal amounts of chocolate that has been finely chopped and whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. We're gonna put 3/4 cup in here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add this to a pot, and we're gonna bring it to a simmer on medium heat. And we're gonna pour it onto our chocolate. So 2 minutes have passed. We're just gonna take a regular metal spoon and we're gonna begin stirring this. Start to turn into a nice thick ganache for us. Drizzle this across the top. So there you have it, a cappuccino cheesecake, and it could not be any easier. And this is just gonna be absolutely delicious on your table. People are gonna love it, they're gonna talk about it, and you are gonna enjoy it. Don't overdo it, it's very rich. Have fun.
Well, that sure was something, Mike. Who knew you were a man of culinary abilities?
Make a mean sandwich too.
That I don't find hard to believe.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Well, that's our show.
Thanks for watching.
If you have a story,
Email us at
coffeeanddonuts@rcav.org.
enjoy your Christmas milk.
And your cookies.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Emilia.
Until next time.
God bless.
I like your whole thing going there.
Oh, I thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
Really want to sparkle.
Yeah.
But what do you have going on there?
Oh, good. I got my Christmas sweater.
Santa's in the car.
I'm in a car with an elf, and he's got a Christmas tree.
Wow.
Pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool. I like that. I mean, you need a little more bling, but.
Well, yeah, those are very sparkly antlers. I thought the nose is supposed to be red. Aren't antlers just like brown?
I mean, have you ever seen a reindeer? Who's to say?
Yeah, I have actually.
Okay, but like the flying kind. Have you seen flying reindeer? You don't know. They could be different in the North Pole. Maybe they sparkle.
I've not seen them, but I've seen, the pictures and the movies, and usually it's the red nose, the regular old antlers up top.
Well, they've jazzed up in recent years, It's better for visibility, I mean,
wouldn't that just obstruct?
Got all those kids flying their drones around, the reindeers got to watch out. They got to be.
The blinking nose is the beacon.
Only Rudolph has that. The rest of us have to figure out something else,
I'm just saying, I feel like antlers, by their very nature, are going to obstruct Santa's sight lines while he's trying to drive.
I mean, I don't know. He's Santa. He's magical. So,
it's not a big thing.
Not really a problem.
Can't see third base, and you're like, why is this here?
Okay, you know what? We were having a nice time with our cookies and milk. I feel like, why fight? It's Christmas, Peace on earth and goodwill to men. Good day to you, sir.